of the dark side.
It's been a while. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel for a brand new video where today we will be continuing a series of diving back into EA's first Battlefront game made in 2015. In this video we are going to be comparing a hero from Battlefront 2015 with a hero from Battlefront 2. And what better hero to continue this series with than the greatest villain in cinematic history? Darth Vader. We will be doing a side-by-side comparison of each version of Vader, along with a short stat breakdown of each version. We'll be directly comparing abilities, damage, passive traits, and more to see which version of the character comes out on top. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Going back 7 years ago. Wait, holy shit, it's been 7 years? This game hasn't aged a day, in some areas at least. Darth Vader is an absolute tank. He has 1,650 health, which makes him the strongest hero in the game health-wise. Being a Sith Lord, he is the only Imperial character to possess a lightsaber, which is extremely strong. It is able to one-hit kill any regular trooper with one swing, regardless on where you hit them. With a swing speed of less than a second and unlimited attacking stamina, you really get the Battlefront 2 2005 feeling when playing with him. His block is also extremely powerful, allowing him to deflect blaster bolts with high accuracy for 5 seconds at a time. His left ability is his Force Choke, which allows him to gradually kill his enemy to death. Once you hit someone with this, there is no chance they're surviving, unless they have the adrenaline stim, that is. This choke also has great range and can help you finish someone off quickly when there's a squad firing at you. The only downside to this choke is that it only targets one enemy at a time. His right ability is his saber throw, which he throws super fast across the battle, cutting up any enemies in his way. This thing is super strong and has some incredible range. Not only that, but given a large enough distance, the saber will actually lock on to the enemy you're trying to hit. His middle ability is his Heavy Strike, which is a sweeping attack that works great on multiple close range enemies. Using this ability at the same time as Luke will enter you both into a saber clash, which looks pretty cool. His hero trait adds to his armor, granting him damage resistance depending on the amount of enemies around him. 20% for 1 to 2 enemies, 50% for 3 to 4 enemies, and a whopping 80% for 5 or more enemies. With a hero equaling 2 enemies, Vader could receive 80% damage reduction if he faced the entire hero's team in HVV alone. Absolutely crazy. Moving on to Battlefront 2, and Vader got his health cut in half, reducing him to 800 health. His iconic lightsaber deals 130 damage to the front and 160 to the back, with 10 lightsaber swings possible before he runs out of stamina and a swing speed of 1.7 swings per second. His blocking allows for him to deflect 14 lightsaber attacks or 2,121 shots worth of damage before running out. While his stamina is good, he needs a while to get it back. His left ability is a saber throw, which deals 130 damage each time it hits the enemy. His right ability is his Force Choke, which deals a total of 130 damage over time, and holds enemies in the air. Unlike Battlefront 2015, Vader can choke a total of 5 enemies at once, making it extremely deadly. His middle ability is Focus Rage, which grants him 200 bonus health, 15 extra damage to his lightsaber attacks, along with a reduced stamina drain of 50%. This ability makes him unstoppable and can save your life in the heat of battle. His passive ability is Health on Kill, which grants Vader 20 health per infantry kill and 100 health per hero kill. Primary weapon. These two are pretty different, and context of the game is really required. Comparing them side by side might be a little bit tricky, but I'll do my best to create a verdict. For me, Battlefront 2015's lightsaber is much more powerful. It allows you to constantly attack your enemies, giving them little time to escape. While Battlefront 2 has a faster swing speed, 2015 lets you kill enemies with 1 slash in a second, higher damage output with no stamina. Easy win for Battlefront 2015 here. His block is a little tough though. Battlefront 2015 may allow him to reuse his block faster, but Battlefront 2's is active for a longer time. As far as blaster deflections, both versions are highly accurate, but Battlefront 2015 beats out Battlefront 2 ever so slightly. I'm giving this point to Battlefront 2015. The game really highlights Vader's aggressiveness. Health and survivability. While it may seem obvious to some of you, it's a lot closer than you think. Battlefront 2015's Vader has more than double the health, along with a trait that can grant him 80% damage reduction just for killing enemies. Despite of how good that is, it simply just can't beat Battlefront 2's health regeneration and health on kill, which can let Vader survive nearly the entire match. Here, Battlefront 2 gets the point. Force Choke. While similar, these two could not be more different. Battlefront 2015's is a longer ranged one-hit kill to get rid of the guy who will not stop shooting you. Battlefront 2's may do less damage on paper, but it allows you to follow up with a combo attack or saber throw. Not to mention, Battlefront 2's Force Choke allows you to get a much larger grip on enemies, bringing up to 5 troopers in the air at once, whereas Battlefront 2015 limits you to just 1 Force Soul. Battlefront 2 gets the point. Lightsaber throw. One of these is a regular throw-in, the other one is a Roberto Carlos throw-in. I'll let you decipher which one. Battlefront 2's does pair well with his other ability, sure, but it can't even one-hit a regular trooper. Battlefront 2015 saber throw mows down enemies in a split second, killing anyone that steps in its path and heavily damaging heroes. Not to mention the lock-on feature, which sometimes lets you kill enemies that are flying. This point goes straight to Battlefront 2015. Middle ability. These two abilities could not be more different. The Heavy Strike allows you to get some multi-kills and deal extremely heavy damage to heroes, while Furious Rage buffs you to the point where you feel unstoppable. There is no discussion here. The Heavy Strike has its uses, don't get me wrong, but his base attack is just so much more efficient against infantry. I've tried using it here and there, and I usually end up losing a ton of health because of it. Furious Rage gives you a health buff and lets you deal more damage for a longer time. There's simply no downside to it, plus the animation looks really cool. Battlefront 2 gets the point. Passive ability. Look, I know I gave the point to Battlefront 2 for health and survivability, but if we are looking only at passive abilities alone, I think Battlefront 2015 edges out the competition. You are always going to be around some amount of enemies when fighting, and even if it's one, you're getting 20% damage reduction for killing a guy in a corner. Battlefront's health on kill is really good, but when comparing 20 health points to 20% armor, I'm choosing the protection. Just like our parents should have. That begs the question, who is better? Well, as the points show, they're tied, and I figured it'd be like that. These two versions of Vader are so good that neither of them could even beat each other. Personally, I think that based on pure enjoyment, 2015's version of Darth Vader is much more fun to use, and I have a lot of fun playing as him. But when it comes down to getting massive kill streaks, Battlefront 2's Darth Vader is the clear pick. So it's up to personal preference, really. So yeah guys, that concludes our comparison. I'm going to be continuing this series over the coming months as it gives me an excuse to revisit this 7-year-old gem. Let me know down in the comments what hero I should do next, Luke, Chewbacca, or Palpatine. The rest are coming soon, I just can't get Lando footage in Battlefront 2 for the life of me. If you did enjoy this video and seem to have a good impression of my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. To address the elephant in the room on where I've been, I'll be posting a video later on why I left YouTube for what translates to 7 decades in YouTube time, just so it doesn't really affect the performance of this video, but considering the views I've been getting recently, it probably won't help. Got some more content on the way that I'm sure you guys will like. See you guys next time, bye.
Sector is clear.